Hi, I'm Patrick Evard, and welcome to A Bridge Between. Now, I know last week I didn't have a video up, and that was due to the fact it was zoomed in on my face, and while I enjoy it, I figured not all of you would want to be that close. So I'll come back to that video at a later date, but today I want to talk to you about calm or angry. Now, this was inspired by one of my high school players who I have a great story about. See, his freshman year, he was the little guy, and we'll call him Nighthawk, because that's what he told me to call him when I told this story. So that means the guy that I was making fun of was called Dragon, and he was like this, and he was massive. I'm pretty sure he could squat two of me. He was triple the size of this kid. But during the time, I would make fun of Dragon, say he was a terrible football player, he was weak, he was horrible, and then tell Nighthawk that he had to run straight at him, right up the middle. Oh, and I would also tell Dragon, hey, we're running right up the middle at you. Good luck. And this kid would just look at me and go, what? Coach? No, I don't want to do that. But, yeah, you got it. And they, run into each other, and of course, Dragon would hit Nighthawk, and he'd go, pfft. That was not great coaching on my part, and I had a lot of problems back then. You see, I just have always kind of had anger build up in me. It's always been something I bottle down really easily, and then it just comes up at the worst possible moments. A lot of those moments involve hurting others, normally in a word way, where I say terrible things, I say, little things that really dig at the person. Sometimes it was actions. There were things that I could do to hurt the person as well. There were things that I could do to that person's life that would hurt. And I don't know where it stemmed from. I thought, maybe it was like the old saying, who pooped in your Cheerios today? That's not the saying? Oh. So my producer is telling me that's not a saying, and I made that up. My producer is also me, and I realized after saying it how ridiculous it sounded. Also, who eats Cheerios? Also, who poops? Never mind, not the point. Anyways, the point being, I don't know where it stemmed from. I knew it was around in my life for a very long time, and it affected me throughout most of my life. So as I got older, that anger just kept bottling up, and it just got worse and worse. And I remember that year when I was coaching him, and he's a senior now, I had a lot of anger. I was not happy, and I took it out on people on a daily basis. I lost a lot of good friendships. I burned a lot of bridges. Some of them I've been able to repair. Some of them I'm still working on. And it's things like that we have to look inside and go, well, why are we angry? What is causing this anger? For me, I believe because I never felt worthy, as I've talked about in the past. I never felt worthy, or I never felt worth someone's time. One of the things I always did was I always told jokes, but I'd say someone else came up with them. That way, if people laughed, I'd feel good inside, and if they didn't, well, then it wasn't no hair off my back. My anger just constantly grew, and it basically fueled my life. I went to go lift, I had to lift angry. When I went out and hung out with friends, I did things with some anger to them. We played video games, we played sports, whatever it was. I would just explode with rage at times. I remember playing flag football, and I threw a football at a ref. I remember one time I was trying to just play basketball and ended up tackling the guy. See, I didn't have any control over it. I didn't know how to live my life without it. And it's crazy because I took a year off from football. I realized some things in my life. I started praying more, started going to church more. And I realized there's those two different kinds of anger. There was wrath, which I was experiencing every day, and there was righteous rage. Now, when Christ went into the temple and saw what they were doing, he flipped tables, and everyone always uses that example as, well, see, Jesus got angry. But there was something righteous about it. See, recently we had a terrible, terrible mass shooting again in Boulder, Colorado. People I knew and people my friends knew died that day. And so the feelings that a lot of us have is righteous anger. And it is okay to have that anger in you. It's what we do after that point. What we do after that with that anger. Do we allow it to consume us, to lead us down a different path, to lead us to different things and things that I want to talk about soon? But right now, I just want to stay focused on that anger. Do we use it in a positive way to make a real change and a real difference? You see, the reason this story came up is my player asked me, what happened to you between my freshman year and last year when I came back? He asked me, did you go stay on a mountain, live with a bunch of monks and find peace and harmony and Zen? No. I actually truly don't know what exactly set off this peace I felt. What exactly led me to the moment I'm in now? Now, when people meet me, they never expect me to be a bouncer because of my demeanor. They never expected me to be the person that was in fights. And I'm okay with that on more ways than one. It actually brings me more joy to know that I'm that person now, because this is who I've always wanted to be. And I love it. It's awesome. I don't want to treat my players out of anger. I don't want to treat my friends out of anger. I don't want to go to the gym and be angry. I don't want to live life with this anger. I want to find that peace and that calmness. And I want all of us to be able to seek that and find that, because I know how easy it is to fall into that anger. But see, right now is a great moment for each and every one of us to find that peace. Because in doing so, in finding that peace and finding that prayerfulness, we can then continue on our healing journey. And as we heal, as we grow stronger, we can bridge that gap. Thank you.